Hey there. Today, we're going to tackle one of the toughest brick walls in family history research, and we're doing it with a fantastic tip from genealogist and author Robin R. Foster. So, if you've ever had an ancestor just disappear in the late 1800s, you're going to want to stick around. We're about to uncover a resource you might have totally missed. So, does this sound familiar to you? You're on a roll, tracing a family line, everything's clicking into place, and then bam! You hit the late 1800s and the trail just goes completely cold. It's so frustrating, right?
Yeah, if you've been there, trust me, you are so not alone. This is a classic roadblock for pretty much every genealogist. But here's the good news. There's absolutely a way through it.
Okay, let's talk about what I like to call the genealogy black hole. This period is just notoriously hard to research. And why? Well, it's because almost the entire 1890 U.S. Census was destroyed in a fire. I mean, that leaves a massive 20-year gap in the records.
So you've got your ancestor, alive and well in the 1880 census, but by the time the 1900 census rolls around, they've just vanished. And with no 1890 census to fill in the blanks, it's almost impossible to know what happened. Did they move? Did they pass away? Where on earth did they go? All right, enough about the problem. Let's talk about the solution. And here's the cool part. The secret weapon for bridging this gap probably isn't online. Nope. It's very likely sitting on a dusty shelf in a local library. We're talking about cemetery books.
As Robin R. Foster puts it, these books are an absolute goldmine. They hold information that you literally can't find anywhere else, especially for people who died before states even started keeping official death records, which for many places wasn't until after 1900.
So what exactly are they? Well, picture this. Decades ago, these amazing volunteers from local historical societies, they literally walked through old cemeteries row by row and wrote down everything they saw on the tombstones. They compiled all of it into books, basically to save the information before the headstones faded away forever. Pretty incredible, right?
Theory is one thing, but let's see how this works in the real world. We're going to dig into a case study from Robin Foster's own research. It's all about a family called the Tuckers from South Carolina, and it is the perfect example of just how powerful these old books can be. So here was the puzzle. The 1880 census shows James A. Tucker, born way back in 1802, living with his grandson. But after that, crickets. Nothing. The big questions were just hanging there. When did he die? Who were his kids? It was like an entire generation of the family had just vanished into thin air. And this was the key that unlocked the whole thing. A single book found in the local library, compiled by a Mrs. E.D. Whaley Sr. And we're not talking about a little pamphlet here. This was a seriously comprehensive record of the area's earliest folks.
And you'd be surprised how much ground these books can cover. This one book for Union County, it also had tombstone info from 7 other surrounding counties. That is a massive deal, because let's be real, our ancestors didn't care about county lines, right? Their family could be buried just a few miles away in a different jurisdiction, and you'd never find them otherwise. Okay, so here's where it gets really good. Let's see how this one book led to that big aha moment. With this resource, the mystery of the Tucker family started to completely unravel, revealing information that spanned 3 different generations. And boom, there it is. Look at that. This table fills in all the blanks. We finally have a death date for James A. Tucker, 1885, right smack in the middle of that census black hole. We also identified his son, George A. Tucker, the missing link, and confirmed the details for his grandson. Just like that, mystery solved. But wait, it actually gets even better. The cemetery book didn't just provide dates. It revealed children who were completely lost to history, like little Frances Elizabeth, because they were born and died between the census years. It also gave the names and dates needed to then go and find the wills and probate records, which officially proved all the family connections. You see? This book was the key that unlocked everything else. So you're probably thinking, okay, that's amazing, but how can I do this for my own family? Well, it's actually way easier than you might think. Here's a super simple 3-step plan to get you started on breaking down your own brick walls.
Okay, step 1, pinpoint the location. You've got to know the specific county or town where your ancestor lived during that 1880 to 1900 gap. Step 2, find the experts. Reach out to the local public library or the genealogical society for that county. They are the keepers of this local knowledge. And finally, step 3, ask for the goods. Be specific. Ask them if they have compiled cemetery books or any tombstone transcriptions for the area. You might be shocked at what they've got hiding on their shelves.
The crucial takeaway here is that some of the most powerful clues aren't in a massive online database. So often, they're in a quiet book on a local library shelf, just waiting to be discovered. So my question for you is, what answers to your family's mysteries might be waiting there for you? Thanks for joining me.